My name is Tolu. I'm a derivatives trader specialising in commodities for OTC. You're sat behind the screen, it's all electronic, and you're not dealing with any clients or managers. It's strictly yourself and the computer, which some may like, some might not. There's a lot of autonomy in that regard. Day to day, you're trying to make money. In simple terms, buying and selling. Less simple terms, you're looking for big movements, big swings up and down, using macro data, using charts, technical data, hoping to get an edge, buying and selling various commodities. The key skills required for this role would mostly be a lot of discipline, I'd say. It's not a job that's going to have your hand held. It's not a job that necessarily is forgiving, because you do lose money, you make money, so you need to be disciplined. And what I mean by that is you have to have a set strategy. If you tend to attack the market a certain way, you have to be consistent. And with that discipline comes good temperament. They're related. You need great temperament. You can have highs and lows, and you can't allow yourself to be overly exuberant in highs. You can't allow yourself to be too down when you have lows. So it's important as a trader that you maintain a steady equilibrium all the times. To get into trading, you don't need a degree like you might do with typical jobs. It does help, and some prop houses will ask for a degree. However, a lot of prop houses are more interested in you being competent with numbers, and there might be a test to prove that. But whether you're 16 out of school or 21 having graduated, there's little distinction. It's key that you have a lot of drive and hard work and, as mentioned, perseverance. Those are more pertinent to the job. As to actually getting a job, the best resource will be eFinancials. It's a really good portal. It has a lot of the small prop houses on there, and all I can say would be to create a good CV and apply indiscriminately. There are a lot of jobs out there, and when you do get an interview, take your chances, show that you really want it, show your commitment, show your drive, show your confidence, and hopefully that lands you a job. Typically, there isn't a salary. You might find a lot of companies give you a base, say 500 a month, 1,000 a month, maybe even 2,000 a month. But typically, most prop traders will make the bulk of their earnings through what they make trading. And this can vary from 20, 30, 40,000 a year to, if you're really, really good, a 7-figure sum. And so you can call it a pro or con. Some might want the security of a salary. Others might appreciate that at the age of 22, they could theoretically be retired. So it's up to you to decide whether you want to pursue an avenue where you have a lot more stability, or you give yourself a chance to really, really make life-changing amounts of money in a short space of time. With regards to career progression, you are the boss from day one. There is no career progression. You are the boss. You start at the top, and it's on you to stay at the tops. Again, this might be appealing to some, this might not be, but I think it's great. You don't answer to anyone for the most part. You do have seniors. Don't be mistaken. But as long as you're getting it done, you answer to yourself. It's hard to recommend companies because prop houses typically are small operations. They might range between 10 people to, at the top end, 50 to 100 people. The best way to research companies would be to go on eFinancials or Google to search around your local area. To get work experience as a trader, it's harder than a typical job, because the autonomous nature of the job means you've got effectively a unit of bodies working for themselves, so they may not have the time to take on a young student. However, what I will say is, if you are young have aspirations to be a trader, you can definitely do it by yourself. A lot of people make a lot of money doing it by themselves, and to do so, I suggest you open an account with something like IG Index or CMC Markets or FinSpreads or many other online platforms. Read up on technical trading. Start off with a dummy account and maybe put in a small amount. It's nothing that's going to cripple you. A penny a spread, 10p a spread. Always evaluate why have I made money today, why have I lost money today, and be honest with yourself. Keep a journal as well as you do so day to day. And in practical terms, you are doing the same thing a professional trainer is doing. And as you go to apply for a job, this will reflect well, because you can bring your P&L to your potential bosses and explain to them, I've done this at a young age, 14, 15, 16, and it's no less credible than a 30, 40-year-old doing it. It doesn't discriminate within age. If you've got the attitude for it, at 15, you can be as good as a guy who's 55. It's taking the impetus within yourself to educate yourself on these things. And as I say, there are a lot of platforms online which you can get started right now, but please do some research, do some work, add the discipline, learn about the emotional side of it, because it's an emotional game. So there are books on behavioural finance. You want to read up on that if you can, and technical analysis as well, which teaches you how to read charts. That'd be the main thing. Just get going now. If you really want to do it, you can do it.